is Basic Prepper Mom Myra, and I just want to go over some basics right now. So there's a lot of talk out there about what could happen and what's going to happen in the future, right? We've heard about nuclear events, we've heard about the draft, we've heard about just all this stuff, depression, recession, that kind of all gets thrown out. However, I think we need to focus on the here and now. Let me explain here. So it's now predicted that the seasonal flu is going to make a huge comeback. It is going to be big. Let's hear it for the seasonal flu. Welcome back, seasonal flu. It's been a while. Come on in, right? That's kind of where we're at. The other thing that people are talking about, the hubbub that's out there, is the fact that this winter is going to be a really rough winter. They're talking about rolling blackouts. So if you have something, or if you have only electrical heat, you might end up with an issue and a problem. So you want to have that secondary source of heat, or you want to stock up on stuff to take care of that and combat, okay? So I think those are the two main things that we really need to look at. So let's look at this winter being a really bad flu season. Flu, cold, doesn't matter. This winter being a pretty bad illness season, okay? What I would suggest is right now, first of all, you need to build your immune system up. Now, I believe, I'm gonna put my little tinfoil hat on right now. I believe that everyone's immune system is absolutely compromised right now because we've had the lockdowns for a couple of years. We've had, everybody wearing masks and isolating and doing all that. So your immune system hasn't had an opportunity to build up the antibodies that it needs to for the normal stuff that's going around, let alone any stronger stuff or any variants that are going wrong, right? So we need to build our immune system up. So however you do that, really look at doing that starting now. You cannot start soon enough. Should have already probably started building it up, but let's do that now. The other thing is, don't go out panic buy, don't hoard, don't go out and do stuff like that. But think about what you normally will use, you or your family, depending on your kids and ages and stuff, what you normally would use over-the-counter medication for a flu or cold season. If you're sick, what do you use? When you're at the store, pick up 1 or 2 extra bottles or boxes, whatever you use, whether it's NyQuil, Mucinex, ibuprofen, Motrin, Tylenol, sinus stuff, whatever you normally use, pick up 1 or 2 boxes extra when you go there just to have them on hand. Put those away. Anything that you use for comfort. So if you are a chicken noodle soup and cracker kind of person, when you're sick, that's all you want. When you go to the store, buy a few cans extra of that, put it away, buy a box or 2 extra of saltines or crackers, whatever kind of crackers, and put those away. So any of your comfort food stuff, go ahead and start getting that too, kind of put it away a little bit. Anything homeopathic. So if you take things, vitamins, supplements, teas, whatever, to build up your immune system, absolutely start doing that now. Anything that you make, like tinctures or teas or stuff like that, go ahead and get whatever you would need to make those, or start making them now and putting them away. So whatever homeopathic stuff, if you like Vicks Vapor Rub, if you use a humidifier or anything like that, the patches that go on your chest or whatever the situation, go ahead and get that stuff now to have it on hand. That is probably the biggest issue. The second issue is going to be the winter. So make sure that you've got enough fuel for your heat sources. If you can have a secondary heat source, absolutely do that. And I would probably invest in some extra sweatshirts and blankets and socks and just things to kind of keep you warm. My house, we only have a wood stove. That is our only source of heat in that house, is the wood stove. And it is a very old house. It is it has basically no insulation. I mean, it literally has no insulation. So if we don't have the wood stove going, it will get down to freezing in our house. So we have to make sure that we have enough wood to keep that going. And as long as we can keep that going, it doesn't matter if we lose power or not, at least we're able to keep warm, and I have somewhere to cook, so that is amazing. Wood stoves are awesome. But definitely look at having a secondary heat source if you need it, and also stocking up on some blankets and stuff like that. I'm going to talk about a third thing. Food shortages. Now, currently we're not really seeing a lot of food shortages, but when we talk about the fertilizer issues and the bird flu that came around and wiped out millions of birds, right? Usually in the US here, or usually in a situation, there's about a 9 to 12 month period of time, turnaround time, before we actually start seeing the results of whatever shortage or devastation or whatever. So it's about a 9 to 12 month turnaround time. That's going to put us about the first of the year where we're going to start seeing food shortages, or we're going to start seeing absolutely, I mean, prices have increased, but we could see severe inflation on our food. So when you can find it, you may be paying way more than you normally do. So that's kind of one of those things to keep in the back of your mind. If you have the opportunity to continue to stock up on food, absolutely do that. Canned food, frozen food, any kind of, you know, I don't want to say MREs, but any kind of freeze-dried food that is shelf stable that you can put away. So anytime that you can get some extra food and put it away, it is absolutely 100% going to help. But I think the biggest issue is going to be the medication and being warm this winter and making sure that you're staying warm. All right. That is what I want to talk about today, because those are my two main concerns. If you have any questions or comments, once again, please feel free to reach out. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful and amazing day, and I will talk to you later. Have a great day.